I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. On this day, when we remember Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I want to honor him by remembering and focusing on his words. My heart breaks as I watch the events of the past few weeks at our nation's capital, the impact of civil unrest, and the devastation of the COVID-19 virus. The burden we carry from seeing all of this can be very heavy and sometimes overwhelming. But on this day, I ask that we pause and reflect on Dr. King's message of love. Want a good example of love right in front of your eyes? Take a look at where we work. Cook Children's is such a special place with an incredible culture. We definitely stick with love. We embrace love. We embrace healing. We embrace togetherness. This place is more than just brick or mortar. It is a home. We are one Cook Children's. And by we, I mean all of us in Prosper, Tyler, Midland, St. Angelo, near and far, working together every day, side by side, to take care of children and their families. Today, I ask that we also take care of one another. Ask someone, how are you doing? It's a small gesture that could go such a long way. Sure, these are difficult and challenging times, and we may not share the same views, but we can share in compassion for one another. Dr. King spoke the beautiful words I began in this message during his own troubled times, but he never stopped spreading a message of love, a love that is patient and kind. Now, I'll be the first to admit that being kind and patient aren't always the first two responses for me when I feel anger or frustration. But my faith, one that I share with Dr. King, tells me that one of the two greatest commandments is to love thy neighbor as thyself. I seek to be better in my thoughts, my decisions, my words, and my actions. I'm not perfect. No one is. But we can make a choice. We can choose love because hate is too great a burden to bear. You hear people say all the time, I fell in love. But honestly, that's not true. You don't fall into it. To love someone is a decision you make. On this day, as we celebrate the life of Dr. King, let's follow his example and show one another love, or at the very least, understanding and respect for each other. Thank you all. Go in peace and in love.